How goes the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Today's subject matter, I will be talking about side hustles, the different businesses that one can open during this unfortunate time that we're going through, because so many people are being affected, not only from a medical perspective, but definitely from an economic perspective. A lot of people in the travel industry, airline industry, hotel industry, event planning industry. If you work at a stadium, you know, if you work at a bar, restaurant, nightclub, you know, a lot of people have been affected by this, and it might get worse before it gets better. I'm trying to be realistic. I want it to get better before it gets worse. Trust me on that one. And state governments, local governments, the federal governments, they're doing what they can at this time. And all we can do is try to band through it. And my heart goes out to anybody who has been affected by this virus, and any family members or friends that have been affected by the coronavirus. There's nothing funny about this situation whatsoever. And that's why, for the people that are being affected economically, I'm just going to go over a couple of things so people can be a little bit more prepared, you know, because if it hasn't affected you now, it probably will affect you later. And if you're more prepared to go into battle, then you have a better chance of coming out of battle alive. That's how I look at economics from a realistic aspect. So let's just keep it real on that note. So with the unfortunate coronavirus, the pandemic of it all taking place all over the world right now, a lot of people are being affected by this, especially from economic way, because even more events, like I said, event centers, gyms, restaurants, clubs, etc., are closing down. I mean, heck, even in certain states, they've declared martial law, and they're like, hey, you got to be in by this time, and if you have to be out, you have to have a specific reason, like you're actually going to work, you know, not just for the sake of wanting to go out and do anything, because essentially the social life scene is being cut down to negative in the United States of America right now, and it's pretty sad. And since we live in the age of, you know, the side hustle, if you haven't obtained one right now, I think it is definitely in your best interest to obtain one. Why? Because unfortunately, a lot of people were not prepared to have their jobs shut down for a month or so, or indefinitely. All this is unfortunate. It really is. And I'm not trying to say, because I hate to say that I'm the one that said I told you so. But if you've been affected by this, you know, it's not that I want to see people go through these hard times, not at all. But I've had this platform for about 3 years now, you know, since 2017, and people have been saying what I've been saying a lot longer than I didn't discover anything new. I just started to say this on the internet, on YouTube and on Facebook and on Instagram, okay? But I've had this platform for all this time, and the message has been, I've tried to keep it the same and pretty consistent in a different way, but it's definitely consistent. And that message is that there's nothing wrong with having a job. I have a job. I don't down anyone who has a job. But I've had this platform for almost 3 years now, and with the same consistent message, you know. And that message is nothing, like I said, the message is clear. And it's basically, you know, it's nothing, like I said, nothing wrong with having a job. But if you have a poor mindset, I was talking to a friend of mine about mindset. He's turning a negative situation, turning it into a positive situation, okay? A negative times a negative equals a positive. You know, repeat, a negative times a negative equals a positive. You know what I mean? But the message is that, you know, if you have the poor mindset and you don't try to adapt a rich mindset, then when government shutdowns, stock market crashes, recessions, which people are predicting is basically here or really right around the corner, we're getting ready to knock on everyone's door, you know, and now coronaviruses occur. If you know, it places one in a very vulnerable position, you know. And I said this the other day, if all of these things do not teach you a lesson about economics of life, then I don't know what really truly freaking will. You know, like, I just don't know what the heck will, family. I'm gonna keep it real with you all. I've always had and always continue to develop a rich mindset, in so many ways. Meaning, when I get off from work, I make time to plan, to work out, educate myself, read, meditate, and try to learn anything new that I can. The poor mindset, and I put this on Facebook the other day, so I'm just quoting this. The poor mindset is that and I used to have the poor mindset, you know, years ago. Meaning, you know, when I would get off, you know, because it's very simple. You know, I used to have it myself. And it's why most people will not get ahead in life if they continue to have the poor mindset. And the poor mindset is basically when people get off of work, they eat junk food. I used to do that a lot. They watch an exuberant amount of Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, relax and be lazy and complain about work, and people that consistently drink while they complain about work. Just the same old, same old. And all these things will not build anything sufficient for you or your family if that's what you're always wanting to indulge in. It's not me pointing my finger and saying, bad, Timmy, you should never do that. All I'm saying is that that's what you always do, and then you worry why you can't get a raise and why extra money's not coming in, or when a catastrophe happens and you're SOL, you're basically economically screwed. It's because when your free time, you're basically playing around and you're not engaging in anything that's going to help you grow physically, mentally, and definitely financially. Let's go, so now let's go over a few things that one can actually do, to make some income or extra income during this coronavirus epidemic, and also after it, because you want to, you got to stay ready. It is what it is. Number one, since more and more people are not, going to be going anywhere, as far as outside of work or working at various, one should look into working at various services like Uber, having Airbnb, even though that might not be so popular now because people aren't going to be traveling as much, but you never know. Lyft, Grubhub, Grubhub and DoorDash is definitely going to make some serious money during this because restaurants are closing down or already closed down, and they're only open for delivery services. So people are going to be ordering food, and people are going to be making money. I was just reading an article about this one Philadelphia, first of its kind African-American owned by these young African-American males in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and they have a first of its kind African-American owned delivery service. And they're, with Philadelphia, because Pennsylvania is basically shut down, Philadelphia is shut down. However, their business is actually thriving because of the restaurants being closed. So they're, in a sense, capitalizing on a situation. Beautiful thing about capitalism. Okay, and they're not price gouging, but they got more services. So the crazy thing is, with more business, they've been able to hire more people. And I believe when I read an article that they're actually hiring restaurant workers because these people actually know the people that work at the restaurant. So it's just kind of a win-win situation. And that's how I was talking to my buddy about that a second ago. That's how you have to look at situations. Okay, you got to look and see it's bad. How can I make better out of it? A lot of people who survived Hurricane Katrina and various other hurricanes and tornadoes, they got through it. It was hard, and the ones that survived it, a lot, and some might have not. But those who did get through it, and those who did rebuild and do different things in life and get better at life, took that as a wake-up call for themselves. And I think that's what we're going through right now. Unfortunately, everything happens for a reason, and this is happening for a reason. But the thing is, what are you going to get out of this? Because when it's all said and done, are you just going to do the status quo? Or are you going to actually try to contribute something outside of the status quo? Because the status quo people will lose in today's economy and tomorrow's economy. Doesn't matter who the president is, don't matter who your governor is, don't matter who your senator is, don't matter who your mayor is. Status quo, 1985 mindset of a job and a family, and that's it. No assets, no financial literacy, no businesses, will lose. Period. Point blank and simple. Forget about the election. Forget about your sports teams. People will lose. I just saw a young man who lives in Southern Virginia, Lancaster, I believe. He posted his LLC for his landscaping services. Hat goes off to him. Round of applause. If you're watching this, please give a digital round of applause by just clapping in the comments section, because that's what it's all about. He's taking a bad situation, and he just got his letter in today from the state of Virginia of being a certified corporation within the state of Virginia for his business. That's what I'm talking about. Even though things are bad, he's still trying to persevere, and that's what it's all about. Okay. Amazon is actually going to be hiring way more people because the demand is so high with the online sales that they're going to need more delivery drivers. So, that's a great option for people who might be out of work. Babysitting services. A lot of parents are still have to go to work, and their kids can't go to school. So a lot of kids who are not old enough to stay at home, they're going to need babysitting services. A lot of daycares are closing down. Look at this as an opportunity. Okay, Also, life coaching services, you know, when people might be getting down because they might have lost a loved one, or they need the life coaching services, you know, which basically helps them get through certain things in life and actually help them accomplish things. Because a lot of times it's like working out. You need that person to help spot you in life. We all need that. I need that. We all need that. So I think that, and I know a person who's a life coach, and she does very well. That's what it's all about. You know, people pay a pretty penny for a life coach, you know, up to $31.89 an hour. Tutoring services, especially if you are good at math and science, teaching other languages, you know, because people charge up to about $17 to $18 an hour, you know, for those kind of services, you know. And in today's world, we need more people that are better at math and science and engineering and things of that nature, okay? Pet sitting, definitely becoming bigger and bigger every single day. I mean, heck, there's a company that I utilize, what is their name? Doodlebug. Yeah, so if you're in the DMV area, check them out. I've been using them with my dogs for years now, okay? Matter of fact, for the last 4 years now. So it's like, you know, and they've done a great job of taking care of my dogs, and I couldn't be more happier with them. You know, so it's just like just utilizing services like that, man. It's like it's awesome, and they make a pretty good penny. You know, they get the services, and they get paid for the services, and the person who utilizes it, you know, they get tips. So you know, it's just like, and then you develop a rapport with them, and then obviously they do a good job, you're gonna want to use them again. You know, so it's just like it's something to look into. You know, and because we live in the gig economy. And we lived in a gig economy before this whole epidemic happened. So that's another thing to take into consideration, okay? This new economy's been here. But the thing is, a lot of people getting their cushy jobs and they get comfortable thinking nothing bad's gonna happen. And I hate to be a cliche, but a lot of people thought the same thing in the last recession. We live in a boom and bust economy no matter who the president is. And if people don't start getting that through their freaking minds, I don't know what else you know, I'm really starting to see that a lot of people, back then, people said they didn't know any better. I can respect that. We were in the information age back in 2007, but nothing like we are today. Okay, nothing like we are today. Today, you can never say, nobody told me, I didn't know about this, blah, blah, blah. You can't say that anymore. Those days are dead. Okay, those days are dead. The last government shutdown, I made a video about it, and it's basically saying, if you don't learn how the economy really works and respect how the economy really works, then you're going to lose at the end of the day. There's no other way to put it, okay? Now, this is one that surprised me, but it shouldn't, because this is why companies like Amazon and We Buy Black and eBay do allow people to sell products on their websites on a daily basis, okay? So try to utilize those platforms, you know what I'm saying? Who else? Excuse me. Then you have craft sellers. You know, you can make up to about $20 an hour, depending on the product that you're purchasing. You know, travel agents. You know, even though a lot of people are not traveling right now, people are going to get claustrophobic and are going to get the cabin fever, is that saying used to, you know, old school saying, and they're going to need to utilize travel agent services and whatnot. Okay, because especially when people have big events, because they get bigger discounts. So I have a lot of my friends who are travel agents. And because given the fact that, you know, people are taking advantage of the cheap airline tickets right now, it's another beautiful thing. So just look into it, okay? And the pay for travel agencies, it varies, but a lot of travel agencies can make up to $18.61 an hour, okay? According to the according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, you know, that's how much they make an hour. Another thing, freelance photographers can make up to about $25.28 an hour, depending on the event, depending on the you know, your prices and all that good stuff, and what kind of services that you're going to utilize. Another one, notary signing agents, which, since, you know, the interest rates are basically at 0%, can make up to about $32.24 an hour. Okay, now notary signing agents facilitates, for those who don't know, facilitates loan closings for mortgages, finance companies, etc. To become a notary signing agent, you must first become a notary public. Now, this one was a surprise that there is actually a service called rentafriend.com. Now, that's, like I said, this tripped me out. Rentafriend.com. I was like, okay. this is where we are. If you ever see the movie The Wedding Ringer, you'll probably get the gist of this. But with Kevin Hart. Now, rentafriend.com, where one can actually rent a person for $10 an hour to hang out with the person at social events, over coffee, workout, buddies, somebody to hang out to work out at the gym with. And I guess it wouldn't surprise me because with all this technology, it's harder for especially adults to make friends with people. I notice the younger generation don't have a problem still making friends with people, because when I go to the gym, I see people in college and high school still making friends with one another. So I think that's a good thing. So, hey, a job is a job at the end of the day, right? One can become a content writer making about $18.16 an hour for websites, mailings, etc. One can find jobs by registering on Clairvoice, which connects writers with brands, or by pursuing postings on sites like freelancewriting.com. Since more and more people are creating businesses and creating websites, and they get paid up to about $17.34 an hour. Last but definitely not least, think about joining my Karatbars International team. You know, buying gold and referring other people. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. I don't need negative comments in the section of whatnot saying it's a scam. I'm not a part of a scam. I buy gold, I refer other people. So if that's a scam, then call me a scam artist. So that's how I look at it. You know, you have your different packages that you can purchase. You know, you can refer other people. You get your own little your MasterCard and whatnot. You can get your money from the dividends from the gold that you purchase. You get money off of other people's gold that they actually purchase and other referrals that they make, etc. and so forth. It is a referral-based marketing company, and you're able to buy gold. That's the gist of it. If you want to do it, fine. If not, that's fine. But at the end of the day, you have to do something. That's my mindset. Okay? You have to do something. The norm is dead, and it's not coming back anytime soon. It's all about keeping currency in your circle at the end of the day, family. And if you're not about doing that, then you will lose in this economy. Period. You know, so the choice is yours. That's all I can say, family. So hopefully you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Check out my online store. I have products even for those who need items that they possibly might not be able to get in the grocery stores right now because of all the crazy nonsense going on out there. Okay. And another announcement, within the next month, we're going to be trying to sell products on We Buy Black and Amazon. So it'll be easier to find Layers Anything Goes products and things of that nature. So you gotta grow, right? You gotta grow and gotta change with the times. Especially a lot more people, less people are gonna be going out, and more people are gonna be buying stuff online. So you can guarantee that. So yeah, think about Karatbars. Check out, if not, fine, check out the online store. Purchase products, support a small business, you know, because that's what it's all about. It's all about us supporting one another. And hey, man, have a good day. Stay safe. Keep your loved ones safe and move forward. All right, family? Take care.